Hey YouTube! I know it is not a normal video day, but I wanted to take a moment to share a little bit about how I use the law of attraction in my own life and how I manifest some pretty crazy stuff pretty easy. For those of you who are not familiar with what the law of attraction is, it is basically creating your own reality by the force of your will. So you decide how you want your world to be, and then you visualize it and create it and work with the universe to make it happen. So the first thing that I've manifested already this year is my passport. This was not something that I ever thought I was going to get. And it's mine. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. This is definitely my face. That is me. Even have the same hairstyle. That is me. This was the first thing I manifested. And this I had started working on in October. That's when I first put the intention out there. The hardest part to do for this was coming up with the money because I didn't manifest it properly. I should have manifested the money to get it instead of just manifesting it. But here it is. I still got it. It took a little longer than I wanted, but here it is. I really had needed this in November. So that's the first thing. The second thing was I have put myself in recovery through manifestation. And the way that I've manifested both of these things, I have a journal that I keep personally. It's got a little scary clown on the front because a friend of mine gave it to me as a joke. But what I do is on this little line here, I put the day and the date that I'm writing. On the top line, I write my first, middle, and last name, and then my birth date. I write this in a business letter format. So my first, middle, last name, a big space, and the birth date, the same way that you would date a business letter. In a way, you are basically writing a business letter between you and the universe. You're writing your own little contract. Then, after I do that, I go down to the next line, and what I do is essentially write a journal entry as if the thing that I wanted has already happened. In the passport example, because I'm more comfortable talking about that, what I did was I had needed the passport. I was supposed to go on a trip in November, and the trip fell through because I didn't have the passport, thanks to not doing this correctly, which is why I'm telling you all what to do, okay? So I knew I was supposed to go on this trip and that I needed my passport. So I wrote the journal entry talking about how I was so happy to have my passport. It was so quick. I didn't even spend half the time waiting for it that I was supposed to, and I had it, and I was preparing for my trip, and I just went on and on about having this passport, talking about how it felt in my hands and how cool the technology of the RFID chip in it is. It just rambling about this passport. The mistake that I made was I should have manifested the money for the passport as well. You can't get a passport without money. They're not free. So it didn't come through in time. It just took a little longer. After it didn't come through in time and I tweaked it, boom, I have it. So when I made that happen, the money came out of basically nowhere. I got the passport. So I had a recovery to manifest next. I knew that this recovery was going to be painful and hard, and I didn't want that. I also knew that it was physically impossible to do this recovery without at least some discomfort. So I knew I wouldn't be able to cut it completely out. But again, I got my trusty little journal and I wrote the same way, the dates, my name, and my birth date. And again, I journaled about how I was enjoying recovery, how many months it had been since the recovery had begun. I think I first dated like 6 months. It's been 6 months since I started or something like that. And then I just went into detail about how it felt. I explained the symptoms the way that I could handle them. And I let it go. Now that was about a month ago. So last week, the next step of my law of attraction process came in. And I made the vision board that you see right there behind me. One of the first things that I put was that recovery. The next day, I had posted on TikTok talking about I was starting recovery. And it has now been 10 days, and I am almost completely done. I shouldn't have been able to do it this fast. And I know in my heart that it is because of the law of attraction. And I have several other things on my board that I'm waiting to come through. I have a new home, being on my own, some relationship goals, some financial goals, getting YouTube monetized, getting money through Patreon, all of that. And I know I'm going to get it. And that is the key. When you are making your vision board or writing your letter, even though you're talking like you already have it, you have to know in your head that you can get this. It is possible. When I write that journal, I literally tell myself I do have it. It's been had. I have a trip to Jamaica being manifested right now. And so I keep telling myself, like, when I go to bed, I'll picture myself on the airplane, or I'll be picturing myself checking into the hotel, or just different aspects of the travel. When I write it, I picture myself going through the airport. Like, that's how you have to be. No concerns, no negative energy. You must be in this mindset of, I am a wizard, Harry. Not just you, me too. And you have to believe in yourself. But if you can do that and hold that while you're writing, you can make it happen. And I promise you, I am standing here as proof. I have manifested my passport and my recovery. And I am working on manifesting my YouTube and a home. You guys will see. By the end of the year, you will see. If I can do it, you can do it. And I am planning to do some more better videos about law of attraction and manifestation. I just wanted to kind of do like a one-on-one today and explain it to you guys. My personal experience with it anyway. So thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope that I see you all again soon. If you are not already subscribed, please take a moment to click the subscription button and the bell next to it to be notified of my next post. And help me to get my monetization goals met. I need 100 people to get my unique URL and 1,000 people and 4,000 watch hours to be monetized. We can do it. Together, I know we can do it. And I know we can turn this channel into the big thing that I've envisioned it to be. So help me get there, guys. I have created a Patreon as well. The link is in the description box, as is all of my social media links and all of the normal information you can expect to find in the description box. Again, I apologize if this video was a little bit out of the norm, and I hope that you all have enjoyed it. And I will talk to you again really soon. Bye.